All right, Patriots Nation, let's dive straight into the action because there's a lot unfolding in Foxborough. And if you've been keeping up with the season, you know things are starting to heat up. We are 7 games deep, and it feels like every week brings a new story, a new player making an impact, or a move that shakes the league just enough to get everyone talking. So, let's start with something I know you're all curious about. New faces on this Patriots roster. I want to get specific here. Who has been your favorite addition to the team this year? Who has stood out in these first several weeks, showing flashes that could make a real difference as we push deeper into the season? It's always exciting to see fresh talent stepping onto the field, adjusting to the speed and intensity of the NFL, and in some cases, surpassing expectations in ways that really catch your attention. Commenting on that is just the beginning because this season isn't just about individual performances. It's about how these pieces fit together to build something bigger. One of the moves that has gotten everyone talking recently involves a player who might have flown under the radar for some fans, but is about to become a key part of the Patriots' depth. I'm talking about Caleb Murphy, a young edge rusher with a lot of upside. Now, the story behind him is interesting because it highlights how smart roster management can change the trajectory of a season. He was with the Los Angeles Chargers before, and their handling of him has been a topic of heated discussion. You see, Murphy was contributing not just as a potential edge rusher, but also on special teams, which is often an overlooked but critical part of building a winning squad. Yet the Chargers decided to let him go, choosing to retain older veterans instead. This move left a lot of fans scratching their heads, wondering why a team would prioritize loyalty or experience over potential upside, especially when the player in question has the kind of athletic tools and football instincts that make him a promising addition for a team looking to compete at a high level. Enter the New England Patriots. As always, Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel know how to spot value, and Murphy's skill set immediately made him an attractive option. Mike Vrabel, in particular, has a connection to him, having coached him in Tennessee the previous season. That familiarity, combined with Murphy's versatility, made this signing a no-brainer. He's not coming in as a starter right away, but he fills an essential role, a depth piece on the edge who can contribute immediately on special teams while developing into a more significant player down the line. That's exactly the type of move that smart franchises make, finding talent that others may undervalue and turning it into an asset. For the Patriots, this is about building not just for today, but for the future, adding pieces that can step up when needed, contribute in multiple phases of the game, and potentially become key players as the season progresses. Murphy's journey is also fascinating because it reflects the path of so many under-the-radar athletes who come from smaller schools or less prominent programs. He started at Grand Valley State University, a school known more for its academic reputation than producing NFL talent, and then transferred to Ferris State, where he became a 2-time national champion and set an NCAA record for sacks in a season. This is the kind of story that Patriots fans love. The idea of a player who has proven himself at every level, who thrives under pressure, and who now gets the opportunity to shine on the biggest stage. It's a reminder that talent can come from anywhere, and when a team like the Patriots recognizes it and integrates it thoughtfully, it can pay huge dividends. What makes Murphy especially exciting for New England is his adaptability. He's young, which means he's moldable, and his skill set is broad. He has the potential to be developed into a more prominent role as an edge rusher while also contributing immediately on special teams. For a team that values versatility and football IQ, that's gold. It's not just about adding someone to the roster. It's about adding someone who enhances the overall functionality of the squad, someone who can step into multiple roles and elevate the team's performance in areas that can often be overlooked but are critical to winning games. Special teams, depth on the edge, flexibility in personnel packages. These are the kinds of contributions that don't always make the highlight reels, but are essential to sustain success in the NFL. The Chargers' decision to let him go and retain older veterans instead also underscores the importance of evaluating talent based on potential impact rather than just experience or familiarity. Murphy is in his early 20s, full of physical tools, and has already demonstrated that he can make plays. The Patriots saw this, and they acted decisively. It's a classic example of a team leveraging its scouting and coaching connections to acquire talent that fits a strategic vision. For fans, it's fun to watch because you can immediately see the potential for this player to grow within the system, contribute on multiple fronts, and eventually become an essential part of the rotation. Another interesting angle here is how Murphy's story connects to the broader history of players from smaller programs making it big in the NFL. Patriots fans have seen this before with players like Matthew Judon, who also came from Grand Valley State and turned into a star at the professional level. It's proof that elite talent can come from any level of competition and that a player's drive, intelligence, and work ethic often matter more than the school on their resume. Murphy's addition also adds a little bit of that underdog excitement. Watching someone from a less publicized program step onto the NFL stage and prove they belong. For a fan base that loves football intelligence, grit, and preparation, this is exactly the type of player who resonates. Looking ahead, Murphy's presence will have implications not just on special teams, but also for the rotation at the edge. Having young, talented players ready to step in and contribute keeps the entire defensive unit fresh and competitive. It forces opponents to respect every part of the Patriots roster because you never know who might make a big play in a critical moment. Depth is often underrated, but in a sport as grueling and physical as football, it can be the difference between winning and losing in late-season games or in playoff scenarios. And let's not overlook the timing of this move. With the season already underway, integrating someone like Murphy shows the front office's commitment to being proactive rather than reactive. It's about seeing opportunities when they arise and capitalizing on them to make the team better immediately. For Patriots fans, it's a reminder that the organization is always thinking ahead, always looking for ways to strengthen the roster in meaningful ways, and always try to maintain that competitive edge that has defined the team for decades. What's equally compelling is how Murphy's versatility impacts the team's strategy. Having a player who can contribute in multiple areas gives the coaching staff flexibility in game planning. They can rotate him in different scenarios, test him in various situations, and even experiment with schemes that might not have been feasible without that type of talent on the roster. It's a subtle advantage, but one that can have major implications when games are tight and every player's contribution counts. And while Murphy may not be a household name yet, the potential he brings makes him a player to watch. Fans who follow the season closely will notice his impact on special teams first. The tackles, the coverage, the hustle. But over time, as he develops, his role in the defensive rotation could expand significantly. That kind of growth is exactly what Patriots fans love to see. A player who arrives quietly, works hard, and gradually becomes an indispensable piece of the puzzle. So as we watch this season unfold, keep an eye on how Murphy integrates into the team. His story is about more than just one player. It's about how the Patriots continue to build a roster that blends experience, potential, and adaptability. It's about finding value where others might overlook it and turning that into a competitive advantage. And it's about creating opportunities for young players to rise, for the team to stay dynamic, and for Patriots fans to enjoy the excitement of watching a roster grow and evolve in real time. Now, shifting gears from a defensive side, let's talk about the offensive picture, because as much as depth on the edge matters, the Patriots' success will also hinge on how their receivers, quarterbacks, and offensive schemes come together over the next few months. The team has been steadily building momentum in the passing game, and you can start to see the pieces clicking into place. The wide receivers, in particular, have begun to hit their stride, showing chemistry with the quarterbacks that wasn't fully there at the start of the season. This has been one of the most exciting aspects to watch, because it's a sign that the offensive system is starting to operate at a higher level. Players are reading defenses better, route combinations are sharper, and the timing on deep passes and intermediate throws is becoming more precise. When a receiving core starts to find rhythm, it elevates the entire offense, forcing defenses to account for multiple threats and creating more opportunities for the running game and for quick passes to convert crucial third downs. Now, there's been talk around the league about potential additions to the receiving group, names being floated that could theoretically add firepower to an already solid lineup. But here's the thing. Adding a big-name receiver just for the sake of adding a name doesn't always translate into success. The chemistry on the field, the understanding of the offensive system, and the ability to contribute immediately in critical situations often matter more than reputation. The Patriots have been smart about this, developing their current group and identifying players who fit their scheme, who can run precise routes, and who can create separation consistently. You can see the investment paying off week after week as targets are distributed more evenly, timing routes develop more naturally, and the quarterback can trust multiple options in every down. When you analyze potential acquisitions, it's also important to consider what they bring relative to the current roster. Players like Tyler Lockett have proven themselves in the league. No doubt about that. But the question is whether bringing in a veteran like him would actually solve a pressing need or just shift the depth chart slightly. The Patriots have a group that is starting to gel, and in many cases, continuity can be more valuable than adding a high-profile piece midseason. Young receivers stepping up, taking on more responsibility, and developing confidence within the system are exactly what the team needs. It's about maximizing the talent you have and building toward long-term cohesion, not just chasing headlines. At the same time, evaluating roster decisions requires understanding the bigger picture of team management. Injuries, bye weeks, and matchups all factor into how a roster is utilized. Patriots fans have seen over the years that depth is crucial. Having players who can step in seamlessly without a drop-off in performance is what separates competitive teams from those that struggle to maintain consistency. This is why the development of young players like Caleb Murphy and the continued growth of receivers in the passing game are so exciting. It's not about immediate superstardom. It's about creating a system where talent can flourish and players can perform when called upon. The interplay between offensive and defensive strategy is also fascinating here. When a team has a balanced approach, where the defense can pressure the quarterback and create turnovers while the offense can sustain drives and score efficiently, it forces opponents into difficult positions. Every roster move, every development contributes to this balance. For example, adding depth on the edge allows the defense to rotate players and keep them fresh, which in turn keeps the pressure on opposing offenses. Meanwhile, when receivers are executing their assignments and creating mismatches downfield, it opens lanes for the running game and prevents defenses from stacking the box. It's all interconnected, and watching the Patriots manage these moving parts in real time is part of the thrill of following this team. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around the NFL have suddenly turned into a storm. The New England Patriots are reportedly set to make one of the most audacious moves in recent memory. Sources close to the team suggest that the Patriots have confirmed a historic duo that could redefine the league's offensive landscape: A.J. Brown and T. Higgins. While the front office has remained characteristically tight-lipped, insiders hint that negotiations have been finalized, and fans may be witnessing the dawn of a new era in Foxborough. A.J. Brown, known for his explosive speed and ability to dominate one-on-one matchups, has been the subject of trade rumors for months, with multiple teams circling in hopes of adding his physicality to their receiving core. T. Higgins, on the other hand, has carved out a reputation as one of the league's most reliable deep threats, blending size, precision, and a knack for making contested catches look effortless. The thought of pairing these two talents in the same offense has analysts buzzing. Brown's yard-after-catch brilliance, coupled with Higgins' route-running prowess, could give the Patriots an aerial attack unlike anything the league has seen in years. Patriots fans, accustomed to the strategic genius of Bill Belichick, are no strangers to rumors, but this one carries a different weight. Social media has been alight with speculation, mock jerseys, and highlight reels imagining the chemistry between the two receivers. Critics argue that such a high-profile duo could disrupt the locker room dynamic. Yet others insist this could be exactly the spark New England needs to reclaim dominance in a league that has seen its share of dynasties rise and fall. While the official announcement remains pending, the potential impact on the Patriots' offense is undeniable. With a quarterback reportedly eager to exploit this matchup, and a playbook that could finally unleash two elite receivers simultaneously, opponents are already bracing for a season of high-flying drama. If true, this pairing wouldn't just be a headline. It could become a defining story of the NFL's next chapter. Whether it's fantasy football gold or a masterstroke by Belichick, the idea of A.J. Brown and T. Higgins running routes in the same stadium has set the rumor mill ablaze. Patriots Nation may be on the verge of witnessing history, and the football world is watching closely. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.